Welcome. Today's video is going to be around leads, how leads are created, why they are created, and how they feed right throughout the program. Leads is going to be this one over here. This is where you create new leads, and this is the lead list where all the leads have been created. Generally, starting off, a marketing contact will be company or an individual that hasn't been contacted yet. That's like your phone book of numbers. You can contact that person in telemarketing, and they will then become a prospect, and then from a prospect they will become a customer. A lead is a great tool of tracking all of these different contacts right throughout the system. See who's been called, why they've been called, and what the next step is. So a great way, if someone phones in and says, hey, I'm inquiring about this and this product, they become a lead, and you would put their information in here. So just go ahead and create a new company, or whether it was an existing company, but we're going to create a new company. So that'll open up a marketing contact. We just enter all the company's information in here, so we can just say Merck in Edenvale. Company type, you can select what company type they are. Are they retail? Are they manufacturing? We're just going to put them at retail at the moment. The person that contacted us was Mr. Stephen Gerard. Their job title was owner. And just proceed to fill out all this information. Telephone number, fax number, mobile number. This individual's call priority. Are we going to call this person back? Is his call priority high or is it low? Do we need to contact this person? We'll say yes, he's the owner, we need to contact him. And the default method in contacting this individual will be by phone. So we want to phone this individual and set up any future appointments or any demonstrations, and so on and so forth. You can then go and set up all the physical address information. Somewhere Avenue in Activia Park, Germiston, and his email address. That's real original. And their website. And again, if their postal address on this side is the same as the physical address, simply just hit this copy to button, and that populates that data automatically. Okay, contact information. The information we just put in, Stephen Gerard. I like to hit original here. That just populates all the latest and updated information and keeps this contact card up to date. And yes, he is the primary contact. We're going to go ahead and save that. Everything else has been filled up. I'm going to say, okay, cool. Let's continue. Now we can enter in a follow-up. So the lead has been created from within the marketing contact. The lead has been created, and now we're going to issue a follow-up. So Stephen called and said, see the product. Wants to see the product. Okay, so, and we're going to issue this follow-up. This action was done by Joseph, and the next follow-up is going to be an appointment. So he said he wants to see the product. Let's set up an appointment. So I'm going to go ahead and click appointment here. You can either tab and open up a new action, or you can simply, from the previous action, just hit appointment. So now we're going to go ahead and make an appointment. I'm going to make an appointment for John to show him the product. And I'm just going to set up the appointment date, the start time, the start date, the end date. Let's say it's for Friday. And the time will be 2:30 to 3:30. So an hour-long appointment. Enter any notes you want to in here. That is optional. if a charge has been or a rate has been added for this appointment or service, this isn't going to be a service, this is just going to be a basic appointment, so we're just going to go ahead and save that. That'll now filter through into the reminders, and John Smith will then get a reminder saying, hey, there's an appointment on this date at this time, you need to go see this client or call him. I can issue that for whomever I want, depending on your access levels, but you get the idea. So now if you were to go into your reminders and look into the future and see what's happening, you can see there's been an appointment. There's the appointment that's created. It's from 2 days from now. It's a lead follow-up. Again, simply double click wherever you see data, takes you back to what makes that up. So real simple to get around, drillable. How did this lead get into the appointments, and why, and for whom was it actioned for? From here you can actually see who has been actioned and what type of action has been placed. In other words, I can see this employee had an action being a follow-up on this date, and what was done with who. So it was within telemarketing, these people were contacted, those are the conversations that happened. Again, you can filter on this if you want to see how many actions were created by admin and how many invoices were actioned by admin within a specific date range. Just go ahead and filter on those by simply right clicking, adding a filter, and then once those have been added, simply just hit preview. Then select the date range. You can ignore the date range or select the date range. It's up to you. But ignore date range would be all dates within ERP with that filter being added, which was the filter for the employee name being admin and the type of action being creating an invoice. So that's a great way of seeing what's going on. So if I now go into my sales pipeline, I can see what's been done, how many leads have been created, how many leads turned into a quote, what those values are. You can search on different fields. You can search starting with a certain criteria or just view it in as full. As well as that, you get a whole list of sales ratio reports to see admin had 4 leads, none were overdue, 3 follow-ups, how many were approved, how many weren't approved, and what those ratios were. So his lead sales ratio is currently at 500%, and the approved sales ratio. So that's a great way of tracking who's doing what and who's getting the better ratios. So this lead tool is a great way of seeing what has been done within the company, see what sales reps are doing what reminders do they have, who's calling who and why they're being called, how many invoices have been made, how many follow-ups have there been, how many quotes were done. This is just a great way of tracking how your sales guys are doing, whether they're in telemarketing or having a telemarketing campaign, or generating leads and creating sales. And that's how you set up and operate with your leads. Thanks for watching.